Oh my god.
Knees of justice, LordyHotdog!
All right, for the PS1. Okay, so let's see. What do you think? S, A, B, C, unranked. I think that sounds about right. I'll rank them by how much I like the console, how many games they've got, and how many units they've sold. Let's go ahead with the PS1 here. PS1 was decent, but it was definitely weaker than the N64. I'm gonna throw it in B tier here. Nintendo Switch. I think Nintendo Switch is pretty freaking good. It's definitely one of the best consoles in a while, right, guys? I'm gonna put it at A tier here. Nintendo Switch is huge. Is this the Dreamcast? What? Some of these are just crazy, dude. I need Chief in chat here to show me what the hell these are. PS3. PS3 was good, but it had a lot of issues. But one of the issues was that that internal hard drive would always cap out. It was actually really annoying. So I'm going to put this in high B tier. Your PS3 broke. Speaking of breaking consoles, this is the Xbox 360, right? I got to put this below the PS3 because of the Red Ring of Death. But I think otherwise it had better games. Xbox 360, yeah, it has less sales than the PS3 also. Okay, so we're skipping some of these because I have no idea what the hell some of these things are. These are insane. I need some help on Xbox One. Wow, the sales are pretty low on this. I think I got to put Xbox One in low B tier. I think it's worse than the 360, right? Like, I have to skip this one too. This is the PS Vita. I thought the Vita was alright. It has pretty low sales, but I thought it was pretty cool. Like, when it came out, it was it was like the most powerful handhelds. I'm gonna rank it pretty high. I never had one personally. I don't know if it's better than I don't think I can put over 360 though. All right, Game Boy. Game Boy's fucking insane. I don't know if I can put Game Boy over the DS. The Game Boy is fucking massive, but the backlight problems were too big. Oh, Chief. Yes, I need a Chief here. Chief, you gotta help me here. You gotta fucking help me. I need an expert.
Yeah.
What is this thing?
Which one are we talking about?
The white and brown one?
So that's one of the super old school Game & Watch like handhelds that came out before the Game Boys. It was like the OG, like the first thing Nintendo produced that was a handheld.
All right, so what do you think the rank is on this? Is it dog shit?
Now, what are we ranking it by? What's the standards here? I just hopped in your chat.
Standards are my personal bias, units sold, general community acceptance of how good the console was and how good the games are.
Well, I mean, it was like the first of its kind to like do something that big, right? So like you
So
rank
they
it
get-
higher because like that's what started the trend and that's what got it. I mean, they were popular back in the day, but like even today, like those things, like there's a whole bunch of different ones of them.
Are they worth money?
Oh yeah, I mean, some of them are worth hundreds of dollars.
Okay, so it has some credit. We'll put it low B tier. It has some credit.
I'd put it B tier. That sounds good. Yeah, this is definitely not a DS though.
Okay.
Alright, What's the next question here?
Now that I have a local expert here, you gotta help me with these just random ass consoles on the bottom left.
There's a lot of like random weird shit here, but hold on, let's start at the top. Yeah, that one you're hovering over on the bottom, that's
the
looks like
Genesis,
a
right? Yeah, so I don't know what this one is. It's like a fucking ding dong. I don't know.
We'll skip it for now.
Okay, if you also don't know, well, let's put it in unranked. All right, what about this one with the phone on the side?
So I think all three of those are Ataris. They're all Ataris, and I've never played any of them. But I mean, that's what started the gaming generation craze. So up to you to decide. I never played any of them.
Yeah, this is old school. They got to be ranked somewhere. I'll think about it, but I'm gonna put them in C tier for now. Like, they started it, but other than that, kind of Nintendo kind of stole their shit, right? So.
Yeah, kind of.
I mean, they didn't last for a reason, right?
Well, they were just so expensive. Like even back then, the console itself, in today's currency standards, it was like the console was $900, and then each game was like $200. Each game was like $50 back in the day, and like that's never changed to this day. Like, you know, new games are still $50, but back then like $50 was a lot more than $50 today. So,
any of these weird handhelds, you know? I know this is a Nokia. I think Helix in chat was telling me.
Yeah, that silver one's an N gauge.
It's probably dog shit, right? Look at this thing.
Yeah, I think it's dog shit.
There's no way that's not F tier.
That's an F tier.
PS4. Let me see. Let me check. The new. I don't like the new gen consoles very much.
PS4 was good. It had a lot of games.
Oh wow, that sold a bunch actually. Okay, I gotta give it some credit then.
Yeah, it was a good console. It's definitely top tier.
Is it better than PS3?
PS3 was good too, especially like the first run of PlayStation 3s where it was backwards compatible. That was clutch.
It has more game sales or more units sold. I'm gonna put it above PS3.
Yeah.
I love the DS. I like the DS better than the Game Boy.
Better than Game Boy Color?
The problem with the Game Boy was that the backlight was so bad. You had to have that stupid worm light with it. Like,
I guess that's fair. And then also you could play the Game Boy games on the DS, so
yeah.
There you go.
Wii. I have mixed feelings about the Wii. It's in top 6 here. It definitely sold a bunch. It's the reason Project M exists anyway. But I don't know. I can't rate it too high. I think it's over the Vita. I think I gotta rate it the worst of the Gen 3 consoles though, right? It's gotta be worse than PS3 and Xbox 360, right? I think I picked a bad list, boys. I don't want to waste too much time on these. What this black thing? Do you know what this is?
Is that the Atari Jaguar?
What's this Canadian thing?
It's like fucking Bob the Builder playset.
PS2 is fucking huge, boys. PS2, it's the best selling console of all time. I think it has to go in S tier. I don't think I can. Yeah, right here. PS2 is the best selling console of all time.
It was a big console.
And then, yeah, I think I gotta put it up there.
Yeah, I was a Nintendo kid and I still had a PS2, so.
Game Boy Advance. That had the backlight, right? But other than that, it was exactly the same. Or no, they had different games, right?
It was.
Yeah, because they had the smaller cartridges, right?
Yeah.
I thought. Oh, they didn't have. No, the SP was the first one, right? The SP was. I didn't like the Game Boy Advance too much. I'm gonna put in B tier.
Well, Game Boy Advance SP came out after the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah. Okay, so they lump everything in here. Oh wow, I didn't realize the Game Boy Color sold so many. I felt like the original Xbox was probably better than
the OG Xbox was huge because that was the first console to come out with online.
Oh really? Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm gonna put a high B tier. All right, original Game Boy. Let's see. I can't rate it over the color. I think it goes in C tier. It definitely has its place, but it didn't. I don't think it went that far.
Yeah, high C tier is fair.
I think high C tier. That's a 3DS. Yeah, sorry. I didn't actually have a 3DS. Let's check the list. Is 3DS on here? Or is it lumped in? Okay, so it's not as much as the Game Boy. It's a little bit lower. I didn't like the 3DS as much.
Dude, I turned the 3D options always off. It was just like especially that one. That specific 3DS, like the first one, was really shitty.
I think 3DS has got to be better than Game Boy Advanced, right? All right, GameCube. All right, we gotta check the GameCube here.
GameCube's S tier.
It's a little low. All right, GameCube. Let's see. It's definitely A tier. I don't know if I can put it over PS2. This is another version of the PS Vita, right?
That's a PSP, right?
Oh my god, dude. Is that newer or low?
PSP came out first.
Oh, PS Vita is the new version.
Yeah. Different cartridge games too. PS Vita had the little like chip games, and then PSPs had the UMD discs.
Did PSP have anything good for it? Was there like one Final Fantasy game on it or something?
No, they had a lot of good games.
He says it's the first huge modding console.
Yeah, I think that's right.
Like you could just like hack into the store and download everything, or just dump a bunch of RAMs on it or whatever.
Dump a bunch of your own ROMs on it, yeah.
Does modding a console count? That's interesting. I think it counts a little bit. The OG NES, I gotta give it pretty high. I don't think I can put it in B tier though. It's just, I think it's definitely better than Game Boy. I think it's got to be high C tier for the original NES.
NES was huge, dude.
I mean, I don't know. It's worse than the Super Nintendo. It's worse than the Super Nintendo. It's worse than the GameCube. It's worse than the Wii.
But it was all the all these crazy titles that you know of today, they're still making games of, like Metroid and Zelda.
Yeah, I mean,
Mario.
It had OG Zelda, OG Mario. But I mean, it's the same argument with like the original Game Boy and the original Ataris. It's definitely better than everything else in the C tier. I don't know if I can put it much higher though. All right, Super Nintendo. Super Nintendo is fucking insanely huge. Super Nintendo is massive.
Yeah.
I think it's high B tier. It had so much
low?
It had so much better games. I don't know if I can put it over the Game Boy though. Like, it's fucking huge. I gotta think about it.
I put it top of A tier.
I'll do low A. Let me think about it though. Let me think about it. Let me get all this garbage out of here. All right, Genesis is really awesome. I think Genesis has to be A tier, right? Oh, am I thinking of? I'm thinking of the Dreamcast. I'm thinking of the Dreamcast. Genesis is really good though. I thought the Dreamcast was insane. I thought Dreamcast was so good. I wish I knew more about these stupid dog shit consoles so I could make fun of them. All right, N64. Oh man, this is tough, dude. Oh, this is tough. I think N64. It's gotta be better than Super Nintendo, right, boys?
No, dude. I mean, think about it.
This is tough.
It's high, but there's only really. I love the N64. Like that was the first console I ever had, right? But there's only like a handful of good games on it. Oh, realistically.
Perfect Dark, GoldenEye, Majora's Mask, Legend of Zelda,
Mario Parties,
the original Smash.
Yep.
I don't know, man. N64 is insanely massive, dude. Perfect Dark was one of my favorite games of all time. All right, where do we go from here? Let's go from the top. Let's go from the top here. I think I'm sticking with S tier. I don't think I'm making any changes here. PS2 and GameCube are just the best consoles of all time. Switch is good, but it's not the third best console. Same with the DS, same with the Game Boy. Oh, SP's not even on here, is it? Really? They have everything, but they don't have an SP? That's tragic, boys. Okay, so SP's not on here, but in my opinion, SP is like the best handheld. Turn Game Boy Advance into SP. Okay, Game Boy Advance is gonna be SP. Game Boy Advance is SP. Okay, so SP, it's the best handheld by far, in my opinion. Switch is awesome. It's definitely A tier. I don't know if I can put it much higher. I'd put the Switch over the other handhelds. But N64 definitely goes to the top. I think I gotta put N64 over Super Nintendo though. And I think I'm gonna put Dreamcast. I'm gonna put Dreamcast under the SP. I'm gonna put under the Switch too, because I'm a Nintendo fanboy. So that's A tier here. B tier, I'm gonna leave Genesis where it is. 3DS, I'm gonna leave where it is. Xbox, do we have anyone in chat who can vouch for Xbox? I think it's got to be a little bit higher. I'm just a bit biased against it. I can put it above these two. PS4 is probably got to be better, right? I think I got to move these. Let's see, Xbox One. I can move it up. Like the Wii was awesome, but it was also fucking terrible. Like, I love the Wii, but it has so many problems. Like, being forced to use this stupid controller. Like, obviously, you can fix it with mods. The Wii by itself isn't that great. It was made great by modders. Wii U was a trash console with good games. Aren't all the games on the Switch anyway? I feel like low B tier for Wii U is probably accurate. And then for C tier, I know some people are mad at me for having the NES in C tier. Like, NES is obviously godlike, but how many people are still playing a NES? Like, I occasionally will boot up the Super Nintendo. Like, I feel like all of the consoles in B tier, like, they're not quite as historic as some of the things in C tier, but they just have so much more replay value. I feel like these just didn't age quite as well. Like, everything in C tier, like, not many people are playing any of these. They just didn't age well. but they're all very historic and iconic pieces of gaming history. I don't know too much about the DNFs here. We just kind of threw them there for the meme, and there was just so much unranked garbage here. I'm assuming almost all of this is just pure dog shit. Yeah, this is just pure dog shit. It's gotta be. And then like some random variants on here. And yeah, like Bagel Basket said, I mean, PC is in its own tier, right? The PC is just broken. So definitely the PC here. And then, yeah, we're assuming the Game Boy Advance is the SP. I think it's a pretty good list. Let's, there's so much unranked garbage on this. Alright, I think that's good. Alright, boys. Thanks for popping in. Yeah, that was the follower goal for 350.